Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to season 2, episode 10 of the Make It Rain podcast. Home series against Bakersfield. 5-game homestand coming up. We'll see you after the intro. Roll it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to season 2, episode 10 of the Make It Rain podcast. He's Anthony Collazo from Mayor's Manor. I'm Joe O'Regan. Nothing has changed in that regard. 2 games for the Ontario Reign this week. The first Ontario Reign game I have attended in the regular season this year. Hooray. Felt nice to watch that. Spoiler alert. They did pretty good. Spoiler alert.
Alert?
Yeah, nice. Good work, Joe. Okay, whatever. Anyways, Anthony, how are we?
Joe, everybody watching the pod, I am doing fantastic, but I don't think anybody wants to know how I'm doing. Joe O'Regan, you got credentialed for your first game Saturday night at Dignity Health Arena. How was that, Joe?
No, that was it was honestly something special. Big shout out to Cam McGuire, Rain play-by-play announcer, and also the head of the communications department for getting me in. That was big time. And thank you to Ian and Megan for basically getting me through security, because without them, I did not have a credential technically. Or I didn't have a physical credential. They basically got me through because I was with 2 Rain people that literally had their credential right there. So I got bailed out. I'll say that right now. Yeah, but it was awesome though. We'll break down Saturday's game to you guys around that 25-minute marker. We're going to go with about 25 minutes. All right.
25 minutes.
Something around that. Yeah. I'm not giving you specific times. Let's break into the Zamboni cleaning. I'm going to address the elephant in the room right now. We do have updates on a couple of these guys, but the Reign are banged up right now. So thank goodness this team has a 5-game homestand coming up, because as of right now, Jacob Doty with his hand is week to week. Eric Portillo, lower body. Jacob Dvorak got hurt during practice before Friday's game. Frankie Pinelli got hurt midway into last Saturday's game against San Jose. And then Martin Chromiak caught a stick or a hand or some article of hockey up high, and the kid almost looked like he was spitting blood. He probably needed to get stitches. Let's put that in short. So
yeah,
the Reign right now, for lack of better terms, are shorthanded.
Yeah, they have a lot of, like you said, a lot of injuries. Doty, like you said, is out, but he's been out. Portillo's been out. Dvorak, probably going to be out for a little while longer. Pinelli, don't know what happened to him. He's going to be out. And like you just said with Chromiak, there was a lot of blood on the ice.
Yeah.
Afterwards. I mean, I was kind of scared for a second, because whenever I see that scene, I don't know exactly who the player was, but it scarred in my head because I used to see it. I used to watch the SportsCenter top 10 video on YouTube when I was young.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have. It was like a top 10 worst injuries in sports. Don't know why my parents ever let me watch stuff like that, but it was a goalie who got like a blade to the neck.
Yep. It's this.
Do you know who that was?
It's the Buffalo Sabres goalie, and I don't remember his name, where the trainer literally had to go on the ice, and because he was a combat vet, so he felt comfortable doing this, literally had to pinch his artery closed.
Yeah.
And he had to get 60 stitches. Okay, before we age restrict this video, let's roll on. Carry on the
Hey, Julia, play a clip of that. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, I know you are. Anyways, in place of Frankie Pinelli getting hurt, Kenta Isogai made his debut Friday against Bakersfield on that 4th line with Cohen Zemer and Jack Hughes. I almost forgot that Hughes was playing all week. So big shout out to Kenta Isogai getting quality minutes, honestly, for a 4th liner. Just put it in short.
He looked good.
Yeah.
I thought he was solid.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. That's all we've got on the Zamboni cleaning. I thought Kyle Burrows would have been called up in that Drew Doughty IR injury spot. However, the Kings just said, we'll roll with 6 defensemen right now. So there they go. Kyle Burrows was wearing the alternate captain on Saturday night. The rotating alternate captain thing, we still don't have an answer to. I wanted to ask Coach Andrew Lord the question about that on Saturday. Let's just say the lights were too bright.
Got chicken.
All right. Anyways, rolling on with the course. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to season 2, episode 10. Do you have anything else on the Zamboni Queen?
I do not believe I do, but if I have something that pops in my head a little bit later, I'll just kind of jump to it.
Sounds good. This episode of the Make It Rain podcast brought to you by Gowdy Law. We don't have any game plans keep when it comes to your family's future. Are you ready? Gowdy Law is here to help. Specialize in estate planning. Gowdy Law ensures your loved ones are protected from losing a ton of money and time to probate when you pass away. Just like on the ice, preparation matters. Don't wait till the last minute to make the right play. Visit GowdyLaw.com today to start planning for the future. Get estate planning pricing and a free consultation right on their website. It's literally that simple. The price right on their website. Lots of snaps this one. Gowdy Law, make estate planning easy, understandable, and affordable. The link's in the description. You can visit our offices in downtown Upland. And with that, the road trip ends. And for the first time in almost 2 weeks, the Ontario Reign play under the Toyota Arena roof in the First of All Home series with the Bakersfield Condors. In the opening frame, Baltimore Orioles outfielder Taylor Ward reminds Connor Ingram to close his legs. He gets the rain up early, and later in the first, a mess in front of the net, and Kenny Connors buries a goal greasier than a pan of bacon. It's 2-0 Ontario. In the middle frame, it looks like someone has once again gone to Jared. He scores a breakaway goal, and it's 3-0. And in the final frame, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, Phoenix Copley shutout is spoiled by a tip-in goal from, check this, Vilhami Marjala. I think I said that right. And less than a minute later, Quinn Hudson on the power play scores his 8th of the year, and it's a 1-goal game. They then pull the net again, and nothing happens. Reign win 3-2 the final. Way too close for comfort. We'll get into what Andrew Lord said and everything else after we break the goals down here. But let's just say that had no business being that close.
Yeah, you never want a game to get sort of out of hand. We saw it last season, and I mean, it's a big deal to get every point you can get, because last season, you know,
right now too, especially.
Yeah, and the Reign just missed out on getting the 2 seed, in which they would have played 2 games at Toyota, 1 game at Crypto, rather than 2 at Crypto, 1 at Toyota, which they didn't even get to the Toyota game. At Toyota, exactly, because they got swept. But there was, I think you might remember better than me, there was a goals game where they should have won, and they just completely collapsed in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and then they did still win that game in a shootout, but oh no. You're talking the one at Pechanga Arena. They lost it in 4 rounds. Yes, I do remember what you're talking about. By the way, there is a bug flying all over my room. Hold on. Wait for this. Got it. I got it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. You're dead. All right. Thank you. Moving on. The first bug killing on the Make It Rain podcast. It took 41 or 42 episodes. I don't even know how many we're at. But getting back to it, yeah, I remember the one you're talking about. It's the one that the Reign lost in a shootout in 4 rounds. Yeah, not fun. You need every point you can get, especially right now during this point of the season, because seeds 2 through 9 in the Pacific Division are skin tight, airtight. Like, you got no breathing room, folks.
Yeah.
All right, getting into the goals real quick. I already said Taylor Ward reminding Connor Ingram to close his legs. I mean, it just a scrum along the wall. Ward ends up with it, turns, shoots, hits Ingram's right leg, and goes into the net too. Yeah, brother, you got to close that 5-hole. Like, that just can't happen. Then a little bit later in the first period, Reign in transition. Kyle Burrows, huge shot from the point. Loose in front, Lee's in the business, and Kenny Connors. I mean, Connor Ingram was completely out of place, and Kenny Connors was just Johnny on the spot and flicks it into the net, and it's 2-0 Reign. In the second period, Jared Wright on the breakout, splits the fence. Great pass by Andre Lee. He goes top cheese, top bunk where the little brother goes, glove side on Connor Ingram. It's 3-0 Reign. And don't mind the fact, Julia, good luck trying to show this goal because the camera work on this was. But with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, it's Vilami Marjala getting a tip-in goal. Mason Millman, huge shot from the point. Marjala like gets his stick up there and basically puts up a ground ball, right? Or ground puck in this case at Copley, and it eats up Copley and it goes in and the shutout's gone. Kind of took the wind out of the Toyota Arena sail and the Ontario Reign sail. And then a little bit later on the power play, off the entry, Isaac Howard from that high left point above the circle feeds it in front. Slot is wide open, like gaping. And Quinn Hudson reminds Phoenix Copley to close his legs. 3-2. Thank goodness nothing else happened out of that. And the Reign do skate out of Toyota Arena with 2 points and improve their home record this season to 5-1-1 or 6-1-1. It's one or the other.
Yeah, huge. The Reign obviously play well at home in front of that home crowd. And how can you not when you're consistently on the road?
Yeah.
The AHL really kind of messed the Reign up with their schedule to start the year off. It's pretty brutal.
And the funny thing is, I don't even think this is the longest road trip coming up for the Reign. I think they have a road trip that's 6 games in February or something like that. So
that's
Grant,
unreal.
I think the All-Star game is in that break. So they kind of got blessed on that, but they have a rough schedule. 10 of 12 on the road. They finally get home and then, well, they go right back on the road the next day, but we're getting to that eventually. Let's get real quick into my make it rant part of the episode to the scoreboard difficulties and the people running. We're back to the people running the scoreboard. Can we, for the love of God, get the penalties figured out? I don't understand how that happens. So I don't even know this. To the people that watch the broadcast, you hear Jeff Pope when the Reign announced the goals because Cam doesn't talk when Jeff's announcing the goals. It's awesome. But it's not that I'm referencing. The scoreboard difficulty is when there was a penalty, there was no time on the scoreboard, on the ribbons, nowhere. Nobody knew except Jeff Pope. And he was saying 1:30 on the penalty, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. And to top it all off, Isaiah Seville, the backup goalie, when the Reign or when someone was coming out of the box, was the one banging his stick on the bench. It wasn't even Copley. So, yeah, good work, Ontario. Good job. I mean, how?
First make your rant of the season?
It won't be the last, probably. Let's get that straight.
All right, Joe, where should I start with the notes? Should I start with the positives and then move into the negatives after?
Let's get the bad out the way first.
All right, so let's start with the elephant in the room then. 0 for 7 on the power play against Bakersfield penalty kill.
4th worst in the American Hockey League. They came into that night with a 75.1% conversion rate on the penalty kill. Garbaha. And I'll break into the whole power play thing and what I saw in my very brief look on Saturday, but it's just been horrible. You can't go 0 for 7 against a team with virtually no penalty killers. All that skill on that team is in the forward core. No disrespect, but when like guys are moving all over the place in Bakersfield and Edmonton right now, they had like realistically no defensemen that were starters or were racking up points at an unreal rate.
Yeah.
And the Ontario Reign go 0 for 7 on the power play. Gosh.
Yeah, 25 penalty minutes, 8 infractions, can't score on a power play.
Yeah.
It's been an issue all year long, and maybe they just don't have the right personnel for it. I mean, even last season they weren't exactly great. The only time where it felt like a guaranteed goal was that season a couple years ago when they had Brent Clark running the point, Samuel Fagimo, who was kind of just taking slap shots left and right.
That power play was lethal. And by those guys there, 1-Ts were in play. Shots from the point and being able to bounce around the blue line worked because you had a guy that was really good at doing that stuff. And now you have, they're still good hockey players, but in place of Fagemo, you have Martin Chromiak in place of Brant Clark, who is getting 20 minutes a game with the Los Angeles Kings right now. You have Joe Hicketts.
Yo, that's when you really think about it from back then, I mean, that was kind of a crazy power play. You had
Turcotte,
Fagemo on the left, and then
Thomas.
you had then you had
No,
Charles
my bad.
Hudon
My bad.
on the right, Brant Clark,
And
Turcotte.
TJ Tynan, who has no goals and 17 assists so far this year for the Colorado Eagles.
That's a crazy power play
TJ don't
unit.
change, but yeah, that power play is
Wow.
disgusting. And now the Reign power play is next to mediocre, if you want to say that. I would actually put below mediocre right now. Sorry, just being very real with you guys. So yeah.
Let's move into the good.
Yeah, moving. Well, I got one more bad thing. Like the Reign were banged up. They needed the 6 days off that they had between San Jose and Bakersfield. They used all of them wisely. They were very needed, very necessary, and they came out flying out of the gates against Bakersfield. You kind of just knew it was going to happen. When you're rested and you've got the energy being in your own building, the tempo goes that way. Whoop. It's great.
It's great.
Can't beat it. Um, is this the first Gordie Howe of the year? The Gordie Howe Hattie?
Indeed.
It is the first Gordie
Indeed.
Howe hat trick of the year, and it belongs to Jacob Doty. Nah. Who else fights? Joe Hicketts? Nah. Who else fights on this team? Like,
I mean, Caleb Lawrence is hurt, but
Caleb
he would probably
Lawrence?
be, yeah.
Nah. Kenny Connors. Yes. Kenny Connors had a Gordie Howe hat trick. Had that goal, had the, I believe, secondary assist on Jared Wright's goal. Yeah, I'm correct. And then decided to go toe to toe with Matt Capone in the third period. And he beat him. WWW.
Yeah, Kenny Connors, obviously. I mean, I have a feeling we're going to talk about him a little bit later
When he
in
won
the episode. So I won't dig too deep into him, but I think this is the first Gordie Howe since I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jacob Doty
Riley
from
Walsh.
last season
In San Jose.
Riley Walsh had a Gordie Howe trick last season.
Mm-hmm. He had 2 goals and assists in a fight in the Carter George shutout. That's not a joke either.
Riley Walsh might be the most disliked player in Make It Rain, like in the Make It Rain era. Before Riley Walsh, I mean Hayden Hodgson just really used to irk
Yeah,
me
speaking
like
of
a
it,
lot.
and Hayden Hodgson right now is on the Ottawa Senators.
He's in the
And I just figured that out because the Sens played the Ducks Thursday night, and I'm thinking, who is number 42 that's getting into a fight with Ross Johnston? Oh, that's Hayden Hodgson, folks. Absolutely awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny Connors continues to be
That Reign
a
team's
real
going-
asset
That Reign
for
team's
the
going
Reign.
places.
Yeah, and Connors, I mean, with the way he's playing right now, we can definitely see him with the Kings very soon. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be this soon.
Yeah.
But he has been unreal.
I was chatting with LAK Daily. If you don't know who LAK Daily is, go follow him on Instagram at lak.daily. He's got 9,000 followers, so I don't think you can miss him. But I was talking to him about Wright and Connors. He's thinking these guys have to be called up at some point this season. And I'm like, I would be borderline shocked if they weren't at this rate. But also, I would have called you a crazy person if you told me a month ago that Jared Wright and Kenny Connors would be the 2 best skaters on the Ontario Reign at this point in the season. I would have expected Akil Thomas, Glenn Gaudin, Cole Gutman, maybe. Like, I was not expecting Kenny Connors and Jared Wright, both rookies, to do stuff like that. So, hey, man, heck of a job by both of them. Shout out to both of them. They've been awesome. And happy belated birthday, Jared Wright. I already said it to him Saturday, but still, I'll say it again.
Speaking of Kenny Connors just being good, Condors 7 shots through 2 periods. I mean, Condors obviously has something to do with that
The
effort, being a 200 foot
200-foot
hockey
game.
player.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they have played. I mean, and again, spoiler alert: the next game it was similar to the same thing where the
Absolutely.
Condors just couldn't really break through the neutral zone all that well. The Rain have really made that part of their game this season, and it's been working so far. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, and it's very nice they put that Lee Connors right line back together. They broke it up about 5 or 6 games ago. When injuries happen, lines shake up, blah blah blah. You get the deal. So it's nice they put that line together, and that line won the Ontario Reign the game Friday night.
Mhm.
They had 2 goals. That was awesome. Can't beat it whatsoever. And then finally, I want to state this. The Reign played a great 57 minutes. You cannot mail it in like that in the last 3 minutes. They checked out. They thought Bakersfield was out for the count. Yeah, you do that again, you're going to hear Andrew Ward not be a nice kid. Nice guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm done talking bad about this team. Let's move into Saturday. With that, let's move into game 2 through snowy Grapevine and Lebec and up the I-5 to Bakersfield. Halfway between a truck stop and a broken dream, shout outs to Fan, is a game at Dignity Health Arena between the Reign and Condors. In the opening frame, Riley Stillman and Ducks legend Max Jones from nearly identical spots beat Isaiah Seville over the blocker, and it's 2-0 in the middle frame. Once again, Orioles outfielder Taylor Ward tips 25% to the waiter, and it's a power play goal. Yeah, Plant Parade down Concourse. It's 2-1. And later on a 4-on-4, it's the Gutman. Cole Gutman tying things up at 2 with a breakaway goal in the third, 0. And overtime. And in extra time, once again, he went to Jared. A breakaway goal reminds Matt Tompkins to check your glove, and the Reign sweep the week by the final of 3-2. Again.
I tell you what, I think my favorite analogies you make or references you make would be a better word. References, is when you reference like those SpongeBob, like because it's just for some reason I grew up on SpongeBob,
Yeah.
and I'm a big facial expression guy. Where if you tell me a joke, I might not find it funny, but if you're able to like visually in your face make the joke, I find it hilarious. And so when you said that, it was actually a pretty good impression, and in that episode, SpongeBob makes the craziest face where he puts his hands down and he's like, overtime. It's so funny.
All right. But anyways, after that Bake It Yap session, let's break into the goals from Saturday's contest. Halfway through the first period, Riley Stillman gets a pass across from Isaac Howard. 7 points in 3 games with the in 4 games with the Bakersfield Condors. Yeah, can't say very much about that. Clapper, beats Seville clean over the blocker. It's 1-0. And then a little bit later in that first period, yeah, there's the picture Collazo is referencing. Yeah, Julia, show it. Collazo, you got to send that. So good. And then with under 2 minutes in the first period, Max Jones keeps the puck alive in the ozone. Toe drag release beats Seville once again over the blocker. It's 2-0. So I'm going to just take a quick break in this. I was sitting next to Brownie this game too. I asked him just like a little thing. He's like, I'm just like asking because Curious Joe over here, not Curious George, Curious Joe. And I'm like, you think that's the traffic in front, or it's just maybe he needs to get the jitters out a little bit? And he's like, oh, it's probably a combination of both. And I 100% agree with him because this is Isaiah Seville's first American Hockey League start in over a year and a half. So
yeah,
big time for him. Then the Reign.
Brownie, by the way, is goaltending coach Adam Brown on the Reign.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot to reference that.
If you didn't know.
Yes. Taylor Ward, 9th goal on the season, leads the Ontario Reign in that category. On the power play, pop the champagne, get the floats out, and get down Concourse immediately straight to Toyota Arena, and we'll celebrate in there. Chromiak with a pass shot Chromiak, Taylor Ward tipping it home top shelf. It's a power play goal in the rain, cutting to the lead. It's 2-1. And then Leppinen, bad turnover. And Max Jones as well, like just absolutely coughing the puck up. As we like to say, or as Cutter Gauthier likes to say, serving up pizzas. I'm talking cheese, pepperoni, sausage, and peppers all on that thing, topped with Parmesan cheese. And Cole Gutman's going the other way, and he scores, and it's a tie game. Third period, the Reign had so much control. They dominated the third period.
yeah.
Matt Tompkins up to the task in every fashion. So good on him. And this game would seek extra time. 60 minutes would not decide it. And in overtime, it's Jared Wright in the neutral zone picking a puck off. And with his killer speed, he's off to the races. I don't know why we've been saying die and kill so much in this episode for no reason, but he's gone. Smell ya. Reminds Matt Tompkins to check your dang glove and stitch it back together, and maybe do some NHL Sense Arena drills while we're at it. Scores, Jared Wright, the winner. Happy birthday, kid. Let's go home. Reign win, 3-2 the final.
Yeah, and this game really turned around when the Reign finally broke their little power play skid with Taylor Ward and really Martin Chromiak with a great presence of mind to kind of throw the shot out in front of Ward for him to tip it in.
Getting off the back, absolutely.
Yeah, because 17 seconds left in the power play, and if the Reign don't score, they are 0 for 9 in this home and home series against Bakersfield.
Oh wait, yeah, it is 0 for 9.
Yeah, it would have been 0 for 9, and the momentum would have really not been there for Ontario. But after that goal, everything really changed.
Certainly.
Hey man, the Reign really outplayed Bakersfield. It was a great game. 34 shots to Bakersfield 15. Do you have anything to add on to like that aspect of it?
Yeah, let's talk about 16-6 in the second period and 8-2 in the third period. Remind you, 2 shots on goal by Bakersfield. You might be thinking, oh, the Reign have to be winning this game. No, it's tied.
Yeah.
This game was tied, and they allowed 2 shots on goal in the third period. Paige asked Isaiah Seville post-game, what's the testament to the defense and what's the confidence level in the defense? And it's there, especially when you see 15 shots. I mean, big shout out to Burrows, Hickett's, Booth, Kirsanov, Bolduc, and I'm missing somebody because I am an idiot. Who is it? It's not Millar either. I don't know why I thought it was Millar. I'm sorry, folks. You're going to have to deal with me on this one. Odo Salim. So big shout out to those 6 guys, absolutely holding down the fort. So I'm gonna get the bad out of the way first, like I did last time. Opening 6 minutes, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like watching NBA basketball. Guys, I'm here to watch hockey, not basketball. Stop going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Whole lot of nothing. I think it took 6 minutes to just register a shot on goal. Period. So, yeah, put that straight up. The Ontario Reign took a penalty 12 minutes and 33 seconds into the second period. Delayed penalty on the Condors for, I believe, was a Seth Griffith slash. I am correct. And the Ontario Reign come back into the zone and enter the zone with 7 skaters on the ice. HOW. How?
Yeah.
When is the last time? Because you can skate with 6 skaters. You can skate with 4. So I'll get it if it's 3-on-3 and they have 5 out there on accident. When is the last time you skate with 7 people on the ice? The answer is never. I don't understand how that happens. That's just bad. That's just not being locked in whatsoever. Then I'm going to address the power play real quick. It was honestly horrendous. I'm actually very happy Taylor Ward did score because it proves my point even more. The Reign's power play, all boards, nothing in the middle. So the Bakersfield Condors ran their box setup of 2-2. The Reign ran I want to say shooting thing. They have their guy behind the net. They have two guys along the wall, two guys at the point, and they're doing this. They're trying to run circles around the Condors. There's nothing going across. It's all boards. And also the Reign couldn't handle a puck cleanly in the power play either. So that's just besides the point. But what's really, really funny is the minute you get the puck in the middle, you score. Mm-hmm. Well done, Taylor Ward. So, yeah, there's the end of that rant. Now, into the good for the Ontario Reign. Already brought it up. Defensive masterclass out of the Reign. Two shots on goal in the final 22 minutes of this game. That's a testament to how the Reign have been playing all year, especially in this weekend as well. Because how many shots did they allow to Bakersfield? 17?
15 in the final game.
Well, no. And that's talking about Friday.
In the 17, yeah.
Yeah, 17 and 15 shots. That's just well done by the Ontario Reign. And it could have been less, too. Let's be real. That's 17 marker. And, yeah, that's all you got to say on that one. And then the Ontario Reign, big shout-out to the special teams in that regard. All three of their goals this game, none of them were 5-on-5 even strength. You had the power play goal in Ward. Cole Gutman's goal was 4-on-4. And Jared Wright's winner was 3-on-3.
Yeah, I mean, you can also skin that out to be a bad thing too. Like, you don't want to be so special teams heavy because that tends not to work, especially when you get to the playoffs. Which I know it's early to talk about playoffs, but you know, the games get tighter, and the refs don't call as much, and so you want to be better 5-on-5. I don't know if you want to really exactly skin that a good way, in a good way, but at the same time, it is good to see that the power play woke up a little bit in game 2, even though that they only went 1 for 5. That goal was huge.
Yeah.
The 4-on-4 goal was very nice, and then, well, I don't know. The 4-on-4 was kind of lucky. That was a really bad play by Leppinen and Jones. And then the 3-on-3 was nice.
Well done by Cole Gutman getting in on the forecheck there. And then finally, the Condors were undefeated at home going into tonight's game. They were bragging about it on their social media. The Condors announcers were saying they have won 6 straight at home, and it's gone. It's gone. It was there for a second, and it's gone. Shout Ian for using the South Park reference on the Ontario Reign Instagram. That was funny. 6-0, no more. 6-1. Yes. Reign win on
6-0-1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 6-0-1. Yeah. Proud recipient of the Gary Bettman Pity Point, the Bakersfield Condors. Yeah. Reign win by the final 3-2 in overtime. They took care of business. A sweep the week. And let's move into the Reign weather report brought to you by. I have the 100% this week. I am not limiting it to one person because the Andre Lee, Kenny Connors, and Jarrett Wright line is back, baby. They were separated for 5 games. I'll give you all 3 of their stats. Andre Lee had 2 assists. Jared Wright, 2 goals and a +2. And Kenny Connors, a goal and an assist and a +2. Thank you. I'm done talking.
Yeah, not sure why Lord really ever separated that line. In my opinion, I thought that was the best line on the Reign even prior to when they broke him up. I thought Lord found something with those 3, and for some reason he broke them up. So whatever that reason was, I never really agree with it. But yeah, I mean, 2 guys on that line who are rookies with high ceilings to be something really, really nice in the NHL. And Andre Lee has been in the NHL, and he's continuing to develop into a full hockey player. I think Lee is also having a really nice season. I mean, what can you say about those 3, man? Jared Wright he brings speed, and he's fast, and he's big, 6'3", powerful force, a combination of size and strength that really any NHL organization would covet. I wonder if he's a trade chip at some point in the season.
No, please no.
I don't think he will be, but I think he is interesting. I think. How about this? This is kind of my segue into Kenny Connors. I don't think they want to mess with Kenny Connors. I think the Kings are really high on this kid. I think they're going to keep Connors, and if it came down to having to trade one of them for a big chip at the trade deadline for the Kings, I think right would be the one to go. I think Connors would stay.
Yeah.
Man, just talk. I mean, we have talked so much about Kenny Connors. Man, he is not offensively driven in a sense, but
I feel like we've
last season,
I feel like we're borderline glazing the guy at this rate. We've glazed him so much that Krispy Kreme's coming after us for copyright infringement.
I mean, he's definitely their closest prospect to the NHL right
Oh,
now.
absolutely. 100%.
You kind of saw it at UMass Amherst last season, where he posted a career high in goals and assists. Just that on top of just being a hard nosed style player, which isn't exactly what you see out of a lot of guys who
Our-
come up through the King system as of recent.
I think that
Man,
this is the AHL period.
yeah,
Much less the fact that we're not limited to the Kings here. Like we call the
yeah,
AHL messy NHL, and the reason why is physicality goes through the roof. NHL, we got a lot of fairies on that team with a bunch of skill, and then you got the AHL with guys gritting and grinding their way to the trying to get to the NHL. That's how it works.
yeah, and just him being just going through college. He's not so young. He's already a mature frame. Already kind of into his main size a little bit. He
Child.
I can see him being called up in February.
I was going to say April, like a Taylor Ward situation, but I do see where you're saying with that. That line has been unreal all season. Who do you have at 50%?
50%, I'm gonna go with Akil Thomas. Even though he only had one assist
RDA.
in these 2 games, I thought he played a good game in those 2 games where he was kind of playing like a 200 for hockey player, the way Kenny Connors is, where he was generating a lot of scoring chances. He was making the guys around him better in Taylor Ward and Martin Chromiak. So I thought he played well. I thought he was playing a complete hockey game all weekend, and I think that if he continues to play the way he's playing right now, the points and the goals are going to come.
Oh, absolutely agree. Yeah. Akil Thomas is playing unreal, out of his mind right now, dare I say. And he's continuing to show why he should be an LA King. Like the kid's playing the right way, not necessarily lining up the score sheet this week, but he does, I believe, lead the Reign with 13 points this year. Or he might have 12. Oh, no. I'm not going any further in stats if I got it wrong. However, for 50%, I would have disagreed with you. I'm going to give Kyle Burrows his flowers real fast because he took a 2-minute shift in overtime Saturday, helped the Reign out massively in that regard, getting in front of pucks. He helped anchor that defense a little bit into blocking shots, especially late in games, both times being both games. And he got an assist, and he got a very big turnover that led to Jared Wright's goal on Saturday.
Yeah, Andre Lee and Akil Thomas are both tied for the Reign lead in points with 13.
Okay, so I did have it right. Nice. 0%. I mean, we're gonna cut the rain weather report short because I've already rambled on the power play too much. If you haven't heard it, why are we skipping the 39 minutes at this rate? Brad Schuler for the abysmal power play is getting the 0%. All right, cool. 100% is the third line of Lee, Connors, and Wright. 50% Akil Thomas and Kyle Burrows a little bit. And the 0% is Brad Schuler. Moving into next week, nothing Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, San Diego and Tucson play at Tucson Convention Center, and Calgary is at Texas Arena against San Jose. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Gobble, 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 gobble. Friday, Abbotsford at Tucson, San Jose at Blue Arena in Colorado, Coachella Valley's at Pechanga Arena. Nice little SoCal series there. And my first regular season game at Toyota Arena, I'll be there. Henderson at Ontario for Rain Pop Night. By the way, that video with the Labubus was hilarious for the record. On social media. It was absolutely unreal. Then Friday, San Jose and Colorado in a back-to-back. Abbotsford, Tucson. That's not a back-to-back. Yes, it is a back-to-back. Texas Stars begin their road trip out west. They'll play the Reign twice in the 5-game homestand. They're at Coachella Valley, though, to open things up. Henderson comes up to Bakersfield and Dignity Health Arena, and they'll play the Condors. And then Sunday at 5 p.m., the Ontario Reign take on the Texas Stars. Already brought up the point that they were just there.
Heck yeah, dude.
Salute to
Texas.
And it's salute to service night. How American can this one get?
So standings. It says on our notes page, it says standings update tighter than none. Joe, you want to explain yourself there?
Let's just take a look at seeds 2 through 9. So let's just say Colorado 27 points, 13-4-1. Abbotsford last place, 3-12-3. All right, here we go. Second place, San Jose 10-5-2, 22 points. Third place, Calgary 10-7-2, 22 points. Fourth place, your Ontario Reign at 10-6-1, 21 points. Henderson in fifth, 9-6-1 and 19 points. Coachella Valley is in sixth at 8-5-3 and 19 points. Rounding out the playoffs right now, Bakersfield 7-6-4, 18 points. San Diego 6-5-5. How do you have 5 overtime losses this year already? I have no idea. 17 points. And the Tucson Roadrunners are 7-7-2 and 16 points. 22, 22, 21, 19, 19, 18, 17, 16. Seeds 2 through 9 are separated by 6 points. It's like doing one of those math projects of find the outlier. The outlier is very much in the room. Outliers in this case. So yeah, that's where I stand there. Upcoming promotions for your Ontario Reign. Hello there. Star Wars night against the Calgary Wranglers will be next Sunday. Then I take over. December 20th against San Jose is the Teddy Bear Toss. They play them again. It's SantaCon. And then I think they actually play San Jose on New Year's Eve for Glow Year's Eve. All right. I just gave you the whole promotional rundown in December. And with that, do you have anything else, Anthony?
I do not.
All right. Well, that wraps up season 2, episode 10 of the Make It Rain podcast. You know the drill from here on out. You can subscribe down below. Follow us on Spotify at Make It Rain Podcast. I know you guys, some of y'all are watching it there. Follow us on all socials, Instagram, X. I don't even know if we have TikTok, Facebook, and I actually covered it all at Make It Rain Pod. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday. Peace.